Hello team, today's challenge is contrast rating 1, which suggests that we'll probably get a contrast rating 2 at some point. But for today, we're just doing this one where we get a rating, right? Which is these floating numbers. They're also, strangely enough, they are in quotes. Very interesting that. We'll have to take care of that. But we also get a Boolean, true or false, if it is large text, right? So if it's large text, we need to use these measurements. If it is false, if it is just normal text, then we use the first column of measurements. And the goal is to always return the keys, the names of these ratings, okay? So with that, we are into our code right up here, and I have some data, right? I've decided to use a map today, but we have our keys, which are the names of those ratings, along with an object that has normal and large, normal, large. And for fail, it's anything greater than minus infinity so that we always catch. That's the goal, is to always catch something, okay? Down here, we're going to do some stuff. So the first thing that we need to do is figure out if we're working in normal or large, okay? With that, we're going to call it WCAG ratio. Ratio? Let's do it. That's going to be, that sounds like a terrible name now that I'm saying it out loud, but I have it, so I'm stuck with it, okay? Probably should change it. Is large text, right? That's our second variable. If it is, then we want large. Otherwise, we want normal, which is why that name doesn't really mean anything, because it's not the ratio, it's the text size. Maybe I'll just do that now right here. Text size seems accurate, okay? So with that, we drop into a for loop, because with maps, we absolutely can. So we go let, we're going to pull out the key and the values just like this of WCAG ratings, okay? Again, change the names if you don't like them, right? The names are open to interpretation. So if you think of a better one, definitely use it, okay? But inside of here, we have that ratio. So if ratio is greater than equal to values, WCAG, text size, just like this, right? Then return the key, right? And that's the whole thing. In fact, if we do it right now, that should catch, right? It's weird that we still have this down here. We're never using it actually, which means that it will catch. If I comment this out, we get an error message, bring it back, we get the congratulations notification, okay? So this is the whole thing. Now, again, the ratio, strangely enough, is a string, right? And should we have a string? That doesn't really make any sense to me. So maybe what we should do is down here, we should convert ratio into a string, okay? And it is a floating number. So let's go number.parse float, just like this, as ratio. Now, the interesting part here is that if they did pass us a number and it was already a float, behind the scenes, parse float forces ratio to be a string so that it can convert it back to a number. But in this case, it doesn't matter because of how all of this stuff works. It's being passed in as a string. So we're going to do that. And then the second part we're going to do is test it. So if number, spelling it right, number.is nan, spelling that right, okay? And we pass in our ratio because we've updated it, we're allowed to. So if it is not a number, then we should throw new error, right? Throw new error. Ratio must be a number, just like this, right? I mean, in quotes, of course, but ratio must be a number, right? So we either pass in a number or we pass in a string that can be converted to a number, right? And of course, all this is still working, which is great. The other thing that we could do is, because of our negative infinity here, we're always destined to catch, unless we pass in negative infinity as a ratio. And I don't know why you would. But if you wanted to, you could actually just pass in the AAA and AA, and then down here, you could also just return fail like this. That will still work. So lots and lots of options here. We could keep cleaning it out by extracting this to something that is shaped like an enum or anything like that. But for today, this pretty much gets it done. Again, not every solution, just hopefully one good solution, right? And we started out by bringing in some data. I used a map for that. You probably could get away with using an object, right? No harm, no foul. And then down here, making sure that we're actually getting a number, right? That's the whole point here, because what happens if they just throw in A, B, C, D, right? As the ratio doesn't mean anything. We should probably throw an error, right? To say so. From there, we loop through things and get the value that we need. And I really like this pattern of having the data up here and just pulling out the values that we need instead of having something like a switch statement or an if statement, right? This feels a lot easier to maintain. But you let me know. Do you like it? Do you hate it? Is it something that you see as being easier to maintain or easier to reason about? Let me know all that stuff in the comments. Otherwise, again, this has been Contrast Rating 1. I look forward to Contrast Rating 2 sometime in the future. But for now, I will see you tomorrow.